when she did this, was it with aggression or with some kind of pain also?
That's a very good question. You could see that she was responding to what you said.
Mm.
And it is, and the effects. I mean, there's no blood, right? So
Yeah.
it's not as though blood spills out or anything like that. But you can see that there's a very human expression on her face as she is listening to you, but it is voluntary on her part. It's not like somebody is controlling her or anything like that. It's voluntary. She basically does this. Here is the exact point that you get. She has done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand, but I see it's kind of it's kind of avoiding the problem for her. That's what she's doing, like slicing away the pain instead of facing her emotions. And that I was wondering if I could see some kind of pain in her, a pain by the emotion that she felt.
Well, in my opinion, if you had more voluntary telepathy, you would have been able to figure that out, but that remains for the future.
All right.
All right. Quick question.
Yeah.
A normal door. I think that maybe I can just rush straight through it. I don't even think I have to grow big for this.
If
I can spend an endurance or two, maybe.
Well, this actually is a bit more than just an ordinary door.
Okay.
It's not, a hyper security door, but it is military grade, and so you probably are going to want to, to do a little bit. You're going to want to do a little bit more body than just your ordinary strength, I think. So you can either push your strength and stay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right. Or another point is that if you wanted to shrink, then I think that it probably wouldn't be too hard for you to have to do less damage to it because you're only opening it part way, so you can slither out. So either way, you're going to be spending the endurance either way, basically.
Yeah, okay. But then I might as well just grow and charge through it because that creates a neater effect.
Okay, good enough.
Right. So what are we talking about? We are talking about 6 endurance.
Right, 6 endurance to grow.
Yep. Right, and then
6 endurance to punch, and then 6x6, or rend, or shred, or.
Is it another 6 endurance to
use the strength? Yes.
All right.
You can probably knock off. Oh wait, never mind. I was thinking of Cosmonaut, but no, I think we've done all his endurance.
Okay.
And so our 6x6.
That's a really piss poor roll, though. If this is it's a core roll, I get 2.
Oh, 2 on 6 dice?
Yeah, 2 ones.
Heinous. All right. Well, let's just say that the door is giving you a lot of trouble. Who knows? Your fingers are slippery or something, and you are busy wrenching away at the door. It's making horrible messages.
Too angry to get it right.
Right. Yeah. It's
it's this pull. Oh man.
That's right. You're not exactly very bright about this at the moment, and so it's kind of going scrunch, 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 scrunch. And I want you to make a perception check right now, which is going to be 3 dice.
And that's intelligence, right?
Right, 9 or less at the moment.
And 9. Okay.
because of.
Thought I lost 2 because I have intelligence 2. But
sorry,
okay.
Sorry. No, wait. Hold on. No, your intelligence was reduced by 2 points.
Yes, and I have 12.
Oh, it's 210. So 10 or less.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
So I roll 4, 2, and 1. That's 7.
Okay. So you are not too stupid to be aware of the sudden the sudden disappearance of oxygen from your area and the extraordinary increase in heat that is occurring in behind you, right? Mm-hmm. And so the point that I'm going to, because you made your perception check, and you would not have this if you didn't. You have the option to shift to a defensive power, and you will lose your next action, but you can shift to a defensive power in order to avoid whatever horrible effect is coming at you. So clearly, what is happening, is that somebody is generating an immense fireball in the corridor behind you, and so.
Okay, I'll duck and cover. I'll switch.
Okay. Well, if you do the switching to a defensive power, you can go to a defensive maneuver, which is dodge, but dodging a fireball might not be all that easy.
No.
But on the other hand, if you do the shrink,
yes,
then
I could.
You can actually get through what you just did to the door.
Yeah.
Because you're actually, in game terms, you're going to be half your size, and you also are going to gain some defense from that too.
Okay. Yes.
Right. So you will shift, and also I want you to roll 3 dice. Ordinarily, that would not be a roll, but you do have to roll 3 dice for your burnout right now.
Okay. 9.
Okay, excellent. All right. So you basically were big and hammering and wrenching on the door. You sense this thing behind you. You shrink, and and I will just have to say that you're going to have to take a moment to get your powers back in order to do any other things with your elemental.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, and that's another 6 endurance.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But you can get through that door.
Okay.
Right. So basically,
also expensive.
Yeah.
18 endurance. Exactly. My God.
So
all right.
So basically, you have ballooned up and then you squish down.
Yeah, like a freaking blowfish. Yeah.
And then you do this. You do this through the door. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you basically are through it when the whole interior just erupts in flames. Even more so, the ground itself above that corridor erupts as Hellbender basically walks upward from it. Right. So those are the effects there. So you actually, amusingly enough, have come out more or less on top of this tangle of people, right? You more or less you are you and Slice and Cosmonaut are all in a space much too small for the 3 of you, and it's kind of cozy in there at the moment.
I'm so tiny. Yeah.
Well,
I think
I see
that's
you as
my
all
turn.
like flattened and squishy and
Yeah.
So
or like an
right. So amusingly enough, Ola, there's several things have happened. The door that you came through, or the door that she came through, somebody has been pulling and breaking it from the other side, not very effectively, but then in very reduced, squishy, not flattened form, Hosmanen kind of like undulates through the partly destroyed door, and lands more or less on top of Slice and on top of you, and it's just all fins and blades and cord, cosmonaut cord, and everybody's just all completely all over each other in that space. When the ground above the corridor erupts in flame and Hellbender comes out, going up into the air. So
he's coming from the same direction that we came from.
Yes, but instead of coming out the door laterally, he just went straight up and blew up the roof of the corridor you are in, which also happens to be the ground
level.
Level. So basically, in the open air, you are all in the open air, but you are in the little kind of stairwell built into the side of the mound, and he has just blown out the top of the mound and come straight up. Right. And is going to be making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Why are they attacking us? That's my question. Why are they kind of defending? That's my thought. Are they defending Greyface?
I mean, first of all, I'm not sure that they know who we are. I don't even know if they have files on us, and even if they do, maybe they want to come out of this as the heroes, and then they can do whatever they want after that. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds a bit.
But anyway, I think this is. With only 11 endurance left, what does that tell me if I'm an experienced champions player?
It tells you that if you hit you have done this before actually, if you hit 0 endurance, then
take a recovery.
Well, you can continue to operate, but then the amount of energy that you use will be coming off of your knockout instead, and it is considerably more and is randomized.
Yeah.
So in other words, once you hit that, you're in the state where you're not sure if you can make it.
Yeah.
Because you can literally knock yourself out if you continue to operate, burning into your own knockout.
I mean, I basically have 1 weaken ego attack without that happening. And we haven't yet.
And point out that she is rather resistant to it.
Yeah.
She's not impervious to it. You did affect her, but she has some defense against it, mentally speaking.
What I'm thinking is like shifting opponent and moving upwards towards Hellbender, because he seems to me she
might be more receptive.
She's in denial. Right. I cannot help.
Not yet, anyway. Right.
They have to want to be helped, right?
Yeah, and most supervillains don't want to be helped. That's my.
How many psychotherapists does it take to change a light bulb?
Right, only it has to want to change. Right.
Only one, but it has to want to change. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So let's see now. Let's go to your next move, because all of that was on 4. So now we are on 5. And so she is going to go first. And her situation actually is going to be, this is too creepy and crazy for anybody, right? There are weird effects, there are psychic effects, there are that are terribly disturbing, and then there are squishy people, and it's too small in this area. She is she's a combat oriented character. She doesn't like all this creepy crap in this confined space, and tentacles and who knows what, right, everywhere.